theme is the backdrop to tonight's festivities. Kevin Harlan here alongside Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. Let's see the stat sheet here for Anthony Edwards.
And he's fallen out of favor a little bit in their offense, at least compared to how he was being used earlier in the season. His usage percentage is down over the past 5 games. Maybe he'll be more involved here tonight.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. They've got Wembanyama. Edwards is out there with Williams. Then there's the great one. And for Dallas, White is out there with Halliburton. Then there's Embiid. Then there's Filipowski. And it's Gray at the small forward. Tonight, and I'm looking forward to this, Greg, we're going to see the speed and the skill of NBA guards. Two of the league's best going head-to-head.
And when I think basketball, I envision guards pushing the tempo, taking threes. The modern NBA has a lot of talent. The pace has never been higher.
Wembanyama passes to Williams. 6 to shoot. Outside for Wembanyama. Sinks the three-pointer.
Sometimes you watch Wembanyama and think this guy is a cheat code, hitting threes at well over 7 feet tall.
Now here's White. Here's Gray. Embiid with the screen on Edwards. Gray passes to Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
It's tipped. Embiid with the steal. Halliburton outside. Dallas moving the ball around. Now here's White. He's tightly guarded. 6 on the shot clock. Fires away from way outside. The Thunder pull it in. Their last encounter was in Oklahoma City.
Well, they coasted to the win in that one. Were dominant in the rebound department, and that was a huge factor.
I think there was no question they brought a level of physicality along with a tremendous work ethic, and it was why they were successful.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's White. He's coming off a 19-point game against Memphis. Gray, that's good.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Pass to Wembanyama. Basket counts. Wembanyama's got his second bucket of the night.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
And you look at this Mavs rotation now, Doris, a wide range of ages.
And that's important, Kevin, because typically when you start a rebuild or a build, it begins with young players. But inevitably, there comes a moment in time where you think we need some maturity and we need some veterans in our locker room. So it's always better to have a blend.
The great one with the bucket.
And early on, they looked great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Earlier, I spoke with Jason Kidd. Immediately, Anthony Edwards came up in our conversation, and Coach kind of chuckled and said, well, I don't know if anyone on the planet can slow this kid down. He's on his way to becoming one of the best in the league, but he's not there already. Looks like they're going to roll the dice on one of the league's most talented players. Guys, back over to you.
Allie, thank you so much. And here now the Thunder. The Mavericks making the shot. Pass to Wembanyama. And he uses the glass on the lane. Wembanyama's got 7 points in the game.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
Now here's White. Nothing on the board. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Jalen Williams. The Thunder leading by 5. Here's Edwards. Again, Oklahoma City.
Well, if you find yourself in between in that mid-range area, Anthony Edwards so confident. Rise and fire, young sir.
Timeout. And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And Greg, the Thunder, NBA champions at last, and still incredibly young.
And this is no fluke. They defended, they shared it, trusted in the system and one another. The league's been put on notice. This team is just getting started.
Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. For the past 10 games, these teams have been fantastic on rebounding. Second, the Thunder. Fifth, the Mavericks.
Now, both squads just rebounding the ball so well here of late. I mean, this is going to be a very interesting matchup from a physical standpoint.
There's a minute 40 left here in the opening quarter. Halliburton kicks to Gray. Embiid with the screen on Edwards. 4 on the clock. Here's Gray. Dallas, no good that time either.
Yeah, but the defense was determined not to give him an inch of free space.
Williams, a screen on White. And the slam by Williams.
It's a really good job by Jalen Williams to set the screen and then find his way to space so he can score it.
Pass to Gray. Now, Filipowski. Here's Gray. He's been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. Halliburton for 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City, fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
Well, they came into that game looking to be physical, looking to control the boards, and they succeeded.
That control of the boards, I felt, fed their offense. There were a ton of second chances, a lot of confidence their bigs could dominate the glass.
White the pass to Gray. Here's Filipowski, and so it's Oklahoma City in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. They've got Porter. Victor Wembanyama is out there with Adebayo. Then there's the great one. Here's Gray. To the middle. It's stolen by Adebayo. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City moving it around. Clock at 6. The great one passes to Wembanyama. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Filipowski.
Maybe the most hyped teenager since LeBron James. Wembanyama is the poster child for upside.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
In examining his numbers this season, we can see that he's been an exceptional free throw shooter, right around 85.
And he knocks down the first one. And one way players look to expand their game, adding counter moves to keep defenders off balance. Greg, what was something you added that really gave defenders pause?
You know, the snatch back pull up, you know, using your speed to kind of get the defender going downhill, and then you slam on the brakes and just create that separation to then go into attack mode.
And both free throws good for Wembanyama. And DB, you watch how the Thunder play defense. Great rim protection.
Kevin, this philosophy is all about taking away the paint first. If the ball is in the paint, sharks are in the water.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thank you. Victor Wembanyama is trying to gain strength, but he said it's important not to lose your mobility. So bulking up is not a good word. It's more being stable. That's the way to keep going. I don't need to bulk up. I need to get my core stronger. I need to get solid. Kevin?
That approach makes sense. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. And so Mark Dagnall calls a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last several months for Derek White.
And it's really been a nice trend for him over these last several months. He's been steadily improving in terms of his scoring output. That extra production making him more valuable the further we get along in this season.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Pass to the great one. Jacks up a three, and the three ball is good. And the Thunder lead by 12.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now, Hero had a tough time getting anything going against the Grizzlies. He was a non-factor. Here's the great one. Victor Wembanyama.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on it.
Bailey passes to Hero. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter.
And that's a little like a fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right, you could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Off target from three-point range.
Boy, normally he makes that. Defense gets lucky there.
Down low. Porter inside. Gray's there. And that one's good by Porter.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Checked in for Victor Wembanyama, and it's Edwards in for the great one. Now Embiid. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Outside, White. Shot clock at 6. Drops in the breakaway layup. 5 points in the game.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Now, here's Halliburton. 12 points his last outing, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Shooting one.
That's going to send Obi Toppin to the line. That one on Williams. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And just a top-notch free throw shooter this year, all the way up there at 88%.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw is good by Toppin. Greg, I think now is when we really see the value of depth as teams prepare for the playoffs.
It always helps when you can spread out your minutes, prevent stars from being overworked, and diminish the risk of injury.
Goodness, Anthony Edwards, always on the attack. This guy is just so dynamic.
Pass to Toppin. Outside White. Embiid sets the pick for White. Shoots from 14, and it's Dallas with another.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
Oklahoma City leading by 13. Now Williams fires from deep. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
What confidence by Jalen Williams, just ready in the catch-and-shoot situation, saying, I'm going to get this off before you can do anything about it.
Now, here is Halliburton. No scoring in this one. White, good.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Williams looking around. For the 3. Rebounded by Bailey.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Pass to White. There's 39 seconds left to play in the first half. Embiid with the screen on Edwards. Oh, muscling it home, Embiid.
And showcasing that overwhelming strength, Embiid is so skilled at finishing over the aggressive defense.
14 feet away. The Mavericks pull it in. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see the frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
I thought they were outworked and outplayed in just about every phase of the game. Maybe that's one of those situations where you say, hey, let's move on.
And so it's Oklahoma City. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
If our leader here can keep this up, the race could be over.
If, that word doesn't mean anything.
Why not?
It's hypothetical.
And turning back to our first half, things going well, extremely well for the Thunder.
They're playing the way they're supposed to. Run the offense until you get a good look. Not complicated at all.
I disagree. Patience and perspective is complicated.
That'll do it for our show tonight.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from Victor Wembanyama.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Mavericks trailed by 11. Embiid is out there with Kyle Filipowski. Then there's Tyrese Halliburton. Then there's Derek White, and it's Gray at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd. Here's Edwards. Pass to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Don't take your eyes off Bam. When he comes off the floor, he gets up and the slams are just too good to miss.
Embiid the screen. White goes in. And good that time. White's got 7 points in the game.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
And a guy who has a quick release and has distance to his shots. Derek White, Doris, converts his chances.
You know what, Kev? There's so many things to love about Derek White. He's arguably the greatest shot-blocking guard in the league. He has a knack for making big shots, and the thing that maybe is most impressive is he gets past grenades at the end of a shot clock and has the temperament to stand in and deliver.
Pass to Wembanyama. Shoots over Embiid, and it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Dallas. 11-point game. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. They hit the road with that, the first of a 5-game run. Here's Gray. He's got 6. It's stolen by Wembanyama. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Outside Edwards. And the foul called on the great one. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Jared Allen's checked in for Joel Embiid. And Hero subbed in for Derek White. Mavericks trailed by 11. And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And this break gives us a moment to look at the leading playmakers among rookies for the past 10 games. Well, you look at the great one, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists.
And doing a great job of finding his teammates, just making some highlight reel passes these past few weeks.
Thunder on D. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. The lead now in single digits. Lepowski's got 6.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
And now, Hallie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks a lot. Commissioner Silver talked about health, and he said that some of the injuries that our young players are experiencing are overuse injuries. In earlier eras, players in school participated in different sports depending on the season. He said perhaps a return to that approach is warranted. Back over to you, Kevin.
Interesting thought. Okay, Allie, we thank you. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. There's Hero with the 3. The Thunder pull it in. Outside Williams. Edwards against Halliburton. Wembanyama, a screen on Halliburton. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
The kick out to Adebayo. Williams has a screen for Edwards. To the paint. Wembanyama deadly inside.
Boy, for the most part, when they have gone through him, he has delivered.
Mavericks trailed by 13. They set the pick. And Filipowski now top of the key. That's good. And it's Halliburton with the assist. Filipowski's got 4 this quarter.
Boy, the passing of Tyrese Halliburton. You've got to love to play with this guy.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You take a look at the Thunder. They've had a great season, and will look to extend that into the playoffs. And, of course, there's the Mavericks, down 4 spots from them.
And I think for Oklahoma City, it looks at this point like they will not enjoy home court advantage in the postseason. That was a spot that a lot of people had them penciled into at one point.
Pass to Wembanyama. Over Allen. The shot by Wembanyama, no good. Here's Halliburton. And finished off by Halliburton.
Boy, Halliburton going downhill on the attack. So few guys can stay in front of him.
And when Tyrese Halliburton entered the NBA, Greg, scouts were worried about his shot release point.
It's definitely lower than you would teach, but by the same token, that's why he gets it off so quickly, making it a tough shot to contest.
Hero from long range. It's good from long range.
And a legitimate threat to connect from deep. Hero doesn't lack confidence trying his luck from there.
On the wing, Porter. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. 3 points. Porter's got 5 now.
the real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Halliburton with it. Back to Filipowski. Clock is at 3. Shoots. Halliburton, no good.
Well, that's surprising. This guy is a good mid-range shooter, just can't get it to go.
Fades and shoots. Filipowski grabs the board. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for Dallas. They trail by 9 points. And stolen by Wembanyama. Here's Porter. And the layup's good off the glass. Porter's got 5 points in the quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And so it's Oklahoma City. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. And we'll be back with you shortly. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So the Thunder 5 right now. Jalen Williams is out there with Edwards. Then there's Wembanyama. Then there's the great one. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Thunder?
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot?
I think the other thing we're seeing tonight is the floor spacing of this team. Boy, they are shooting the cover off the basketball all game.
Shoot 2.
First one falls for him. No good on the second free throw. Mavericks trail by 12. Halliburton feeling it out a bit. And here's Embiid. 6 on the shot clock. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Nobody near Williams. Buries it from three-point range.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Gray. Edwards defending. Driving in. Here's Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
What a scary sight. Joel Embiid with all that momentum taking it to the hoop, looking like a freight train.
Wembanyama outside. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players to me deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
One shot.
Free throw no good for Wembanyama.
Considered by many to be the best prospect since LeBron James, Wembanyama seems determined to reach his full potential.
Cans it from downtown. And the Thunder lead by 18.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Gray passes to Halliburton. Trains the three-pointer.
Something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Wembanyama, a screen on White. Going inside, and he makes good on the layup.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And so White will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 17-point game. Embiid with the screen on Edwards to the left side wing. And another basket for Dallas.
And Embiid being assertive offensively, wasting no time in getting that one.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. And now, let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Mark Daigneault was just reviewing the plan with his team. He said, this is who we are. This is the pace. Don't let up. He said it doesn't matter if they go on a run. What matters is how we respond. They plan to respond with a fury, guys.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. Here's the great one. He's covered by Halliburton. Wembanyama, a screen on Halliburton. Here's the great one. It's rebounded by Dallas. Filipowski's got his fourth rebound in this one.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Back to White. Embiid sets the pick for White. Out left to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Embiid, no good.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Left side, Edwards. 9 feet out, and it's good.
Well, the calling card of the #1 selection in his draft class, Anthony Edwards, can flat score the basketball.
Here's Gray. Edwards defending. Puts up the three. Good.
Listen, this guy's doing his part. It's what we know he's about, but they have got to get some productivity from some other guys on this roster.
Wembanyama down low. Guarded by Embiid from 10 feet away. Embiid there for the rebound. Mavericks trailed by 14. Derek White. Another chance here. Can't get it to go.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Outside Edwards. Here is Wembanyama. That shot no good. And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for Dallas. Here's Gray. Edwards defending. White outside. Stolen.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Thunder.
Tonight they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And so when you look at the season record, this one will tally up win number 43 on the year.
And they really had a dominant run of games against this opponent this year. They played them 3 times and won every one.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Victor Wembanyama.
Boy, he makes it look easy, almost like he was just hanging out in the gym practicing today. That's how good it was.
On offense, here are the Thunder. So we see the Thunder get the win here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. So for Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.